very, very random video, but here we are, Mask Beach on the hills. I've just finished a 6-mile run for my half marathon training. Yes, I am running a half marathon and I'm just chilling on the hills. It's raining, but we move. It's just as nice. Yeah, it's just a bunch of people. Honestly, I ran Saltburn way, all the way down to Saltburn, and it was packed. There was so many people, but yeah, here we are, and just chilling for a little bit to rest my legs so I can go back home. These hills here, the ones that I'm on now, I used to always come here in UK's first lockdown in March to September. This used to be the spot for me, where I would literally just come and just reflect. You know what I mean? Like, just think about what's happening, how truly grateful I am for life and what I've got compared to what other poorer people have. And I'm just really grateful for everything I got, you know what I mean? Got a little bit soppy, sad for a minute there, but honestly it used to be what I do when I came to these hills. I sometimes do it now, to be fair, but not as often because I don't have as much time, because I've got schoolwork and school and running to do and all this. I don't usually tend to come this way when I'm running anymore, but I think I should, because it's a good place. But honestly, I could literally spend all day up there. It's it's really nice. It's quiet as well. Yeah, you get hardly any people going up here. It's just really pleasant, isn't it? Like, it's just a nice place to sit and just chill. Just a few running tips for everyone. Well, the first tip is don't focus. Do not focus on how fast you're going. Focus on the distance. Well, that's for longer distance running anyway. If you're like me and you're training for a marathon or a half a marathon, or even longer than that, 50-mile runs or 100-mile runs, or however long you do, focus on the distance, not the speed, because speed is much less important than your cardiovascular endurance when it comes to long distances. Yeah, so because if you're doing long distance training and you start off, if you start off too quick, then you're just going to be absolutely shattered by the end of it. So just gradually build up your distance session by session and run at a continuous pace that you can hold throughout the whole session. And you can potentially even gradually build your pace up mile by mile, because that's what I do. I start off slower, but what I do is I tend to go for faster splits after each mile. So what I mean is, for instance, I do a 12-minute mile for the first one, and I tend to try and go 10 seconds quicker after that one, and then another 10 seconds quicker after that mile, and then just gradually build the pace up now and like over and over. And for the last mile, I just go flat out and just pelt it, because I tend to have a lot left in the tank at the end, and that'll obviously help build my cardio up as well. Another tip is to run at a continuous pace, like a continuous conversational pace. That's the word. Basically, what I mean is you can run at a pace that you can hold a conversation at. So if you were running either with yourself or with one other person, two other people, group of people, you can run at a pace where you can talk to them, and yeah, that'll help a lot as well. So make sure you do that, because it's very important. The third tip is to embrace and do the run-walk method. Well, this mainly applies to people who are just getting started running. So basically, what I mean is you can run, say if you're just getting started, this is your first session running, and you want to run, let's say 30 minutes running. You could run, say you could run for 4 minutes, and no, that'd be a little too much. So basically, no, you can run for 4 minutes and walk for 1, and do that 6 times. Or if you want to push yourself, do 9 minutes running and 1 minute walking, or 7 minutes running, 3 minutes walking, something like that. Just, it does help, and session by session you want to, or week by week, session by session, you want to gradually go longer running and shorter walking until ultimately you can basically run non-stop and you don't have to walk any of it anymore. That's how I started anyway. It's very, very likely that other people have done that as well, like skilled professional runners and all that stuff. So yeah, number 3 is embrace the walk-run method. I was currently walking in the Valley Gardens, and it sounded like there was little children in the bushes. Lovely. Just screaming. Lovely. Children. Holly. Nah, I'm joking. I'm not a creep. Yeah, well, this is just really nice, bringing back memories of the first lockdown. This actually, 1 year ago, it won't be long yet, like from 1 year. This is where I was riding my bike down here, and I slipped off my bike and broke my phone there, right there. And yeah, it was pretty nice. But there was basically a bit of a little bit of an oof, because there was actually a group of kids there that were walking, and I tried dodging them, and one of them stepped out, and that's when I basically skidded off my bike. And yeah, I was basically riding down that ramp, and yeah, I basically skidded off because of a group of chavs, and yeah, it was an oof. It was a major oof, but we move. We do indeed move, and I'll make sure that I can actually hold my balance on my bike better if that ever happens again. Another tip, the fourth tip, is to eat. This is about eating. Eat an hour before and an hour after you've been out on a run. So, like, you want to be eating specifically high carbohydrates and decently high protein meals before and after a run. So this morning I had Weetabix, so Weetabix and sugar and milk for my breakfast. 4 Weetabix, so I was definitely stacked up on my carbohydrates, and I left it an hour before I went out, just over an hour. And I shall eat a little bit of lunch after getting to the house. I probably will most likely cook myself pasta, maybe just snack up on a banana, because bananas are very, very good snacks, very healthy snacks, very good. They're very healthy as well, so make sure you stack up on carbohydrates just to give you that energy needed, slow energy release for when you're out on runs. And the fifth tip, it's a pretty obvious tip, and I know it'll sound really stupid when I say it, but always make sure you are hydrated. Make sure you are always drinking water, because water is hands down the healthiest drink you can have. So when you're out on runs, never ever take fizzy drinks, unhealthy drinks like that. Maybe juice you can eat, or juice you can drink, but always take water, because it's just hands down the healthiest drink you can have. I always aim to drink 2 litres a day, 2 to 3 litres a day, probably 1 litre. So one of these bottles, this is 1 litre bottle, SIS, shout out, very good, very, very good bottle. So I always aim to drink 1 litre before 1 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 1 or 2, and then another litre, another one of these, till I go to bed. So about 10 or 11, maybe a little bit later. So yeah, tip number 5 is to drink plenty of water. So I'm back home. Apple, mirror, home, bedroom. Bed. Apples are good. for some PlayStation. Let's go. Right, anyways, that's going to be the end of my first vlog. Yes, let's go. Right, make sure you like and subscribe. Potentially even comment if you feel like it. It would mean a lot. Yeah, thank you and goodbye.